I should play something. Where is everybody? No, he's up there. Yeah, I was thinking I should play something. Hi, you. Oh, I'm so glad we're friends. Oh, good. You have your music. Yay. I'm very proud of you. Got your music.
Trees on the mountain.
Oh, stop it.
So gently. Birds on the mountain sing like the ocean tides that swell up and turn stones on the shore. Today I'm alive a little more. Today I'm alive a little alive, a little alive. Today I'm alive a little alive, a little more. La 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 la.
I am home. I am home. I have traveled far along this road, and now I'm home. Shalom, shalom. In the love of God, I am home. I am home. I am home. I have traveled far along
Good morning and welcome to Unity, spirituality with open hearts and open minds. And we are an authentic, transformative spiritual community centered in God. We co-create a world that works for all. So welcome this day. We're going to light our candle and sing Come Light, Light of God. This is the reminder of the divine spark in all of us and in all of the world. And we know that as we light this, those at home on Zoom are lighting theirs as well. And those who, I am home, means they're actually still in their pajamas thinking it's 10. We'll see them in about an hour. So they're home in a different way. Come light, light of God, give light to creation, enlighten our hearts, and remain with your world. Come light, light of God, give light to creation, enlighten our hearts, and remain with your world. Oh, I invite you now to stand, and we're going to unite our voices in singing Oneness.
There's a presence moving softly in the quiet of my being, calling softly all the time. One heart, one mind, one life, united and divine. There's a presence moving softly in the quiet of my being, calling softly all the time. One heart, one mind, one life, united and divine. There's a presence moving softly in the quiet of my being, calling softly all the time. One heart, one mind, one life, united and divine. Oh, one heart, one mind, one life, united and divine.
Did.
Welcome, everyone, to what I am deeming is spring. If we're going to change the clocks, I'm calling it spring. Because I've been thrown off a little bit this morning, and yeah, something to look forward to. Flowers, light, and all that comes with spring. When I think of our topic today on oneness and polarity, I think of wholeness. I think of not a line, but a circle. And Carl Jung, in one of his lectures, said this: the meaning of becoming whole, of creating wholeness, is to make something holy or to heal. The descent into one's depths brings healing. It is the path to total being. The treasure makes the sacrifice worth the effort. This is the place where consciousness is born, and at the same time, the place where healing and redemption take place. It is the cave where the dragon of chaos lives. But it is also the place of an indestructible city, a sacred place within yourself, where all the split off parts of personality are united and become connected. Our daily word is timeless. In timeless moments of the silence, I discover myself anew. I relax and let go, withdrawing my attention from my surroundings. Breathing deeply and rhythmically, my mind relaxes and my heart opens. I enter my sacred inner sanctuary. Here, I have no awareness of time. I hear no words. I think no thoughts. I feel no separation. There is only the richness of the silence, the awesome presence of infinite life, love, and wisdom. I am one with this presence. The time and attention I devote to my regular practice of meditation builds deep, abiding peace and clarity in my consciousness. In these timeless moments, I discover I have all I need: enough strength, understanding, love, and time to progress along my path and accomplish all that is mine to do. From Revelations chapter 21, verse 1, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away." Namaste.
And so now we settle into sacred space of prayer and meditation, sitting amid kindred souls who love, support us, and honor our soul journey, even as each of us journeys within to the sacred place of the Most High that abides at the core of your being. And so prepare now as we unite our voices in singing Sanctuary to invite you into that inner sanctuary, and then at the conclusion of our time in prayer of meditation, that same chant will return us to this outer circle we are blessed to share. Oh, we settle in now to Sanctuary.
Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I am a living sanctuary for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I am a living
So just relax into this holy moment amid these kindred souls who love and uplift you in light and grace. Feel yourself enfolded in the presence of the divine. Mother Earth beneath your feet, sustaining and nourishing you on this journey of life. Father Sky above, with lights by day and by night to guide and inspire you each step of the journey of your soul. Behind you, the journey of your soul to this moment, with all of its ups and downs and ins and outs, but all of it serving the holy purpose of bringing you to this moment. The presence of support on the right and on the left, the invisible companionship of angels and guides and masters, and the visible support of those who walk this soul journey beside you as Anam Cara, as soul family. And before you, the presence of the divine as new possibilities and opportunities that call you forward, one step at a time, to that which is yet to be, in the expression of the unique light and spark of God that you are. And most of all, feel that light, that presence as you, in, through, and as you. You are a beloved child of God, a holy being sent to experience this world, to receive its blessings, and to offer yours. Gather your life exactly as it is and you exactly as you are in this moment, and know that all is well. Hear now the words from the 16th Psalm as translated by Nan C. Merrill. Let these words comfort you and inspire you right here and right now. Remain ever before me, O living presence, for in you I am safe. You are my beloved. In you and through you I can do all things. I look to those who are one with you and learn from them of your ways. My delight increases each time I sense your presence within me. Songs of praise well up from my heart. Love is my chosen food, my cup, holding me in its power. Where I have come from, where'er I shall go, love is my birthright, my true estate. I bless the counselor who guides my way. In the night does also my heart instruct me. I walk beside the Spirit of truth. I celebrate the light. I bask in the oneness of all. Thus my heart is glad and my soul rejoices. I shall not be afraid nor fall into the pit of despair. For in love's presence I know the fullness of joy. You are my beloved, and in you I will live forever. Let the energy of these words touch you at every level of being. Body, mind, heart, and soul. And so now we come to the moment where we get to bless and be blessed through the power and the wonder of prayer. We know that as we pray, so it shall be done. And we always add to our prayers highest and best for all, right and perfect time, with love and grace. So in this moment, we now offer all of the prayers that are ours this day for ourselves, others, this spiritual family, our shared world, and the realms beyond. Silently or aloud, however you are so guided, offer now the prayers that come through the chalice of your heart with the blessings of your light and soul. Unity of Port Townsend. The money. We add to these prayers all of those entrusted to our High Watch prayer chaplains, written, spoken, or sent soul to soul. And we add to these prayers all of those who unite with us in praying for peace in our world. We know that peace comes through us. May each of us rediscover a deeper peace that passes all understanding. And maybe we each be willing to share that, pouring it from the chalice of our being into a world that so seeks the abiding presence of the divine, that is peace and love and grace for one and for all. Gather your life and yourself again now as you prepare to shift from inner back to outer sanctuary, from the inner center of your life out to its periphery as you move through our world. Bring your coming week into this moment with whatever events and connections it may hold, and hear these words as you prepare to return to the outer world. From Circle of Grace, beloved is where we begin. If you would enter into the wilderness, do not begin without a blessing. Do not leave without hearing who you are, beloved, named by the one who has traveled this path before you. Do not go without letting it echo in your ears. And if you find it hard to let it into your heart, do not despair. That is what this journey is for. I cannot promise you this blessing will free you from danger, from fear, from hunger or thirst, from the scorching of sun or the fall of night. But I can tell you that on this path, there will be help. I can tell you that on this way there will be rest. I can tell you that you will know the strange graces that come to our aid only on a road such as this, and that fly to meet us bearing comfort and strength, that come alongside us for no other cause than to lean themselves toward our ear with their curious insistence, whispering our name, beloved, beloved, beloved. You are beloved in this circle of kindred souls. Know you never walk alone. As we once again sing Sanctuary, uniting inner and outer realms of being.
Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I am a living sanctuary for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I am a living sanctuary for you.
And so it is. Om, amen, and blessed be. Namaste. I behold the divine in each and every one of you. And now the gift of special music come together by our very own. So Ron and Kelly and Clara.
Come together, together as one. Breathe in the universal soul. From the rootless root into experience. From one we come, to one we go. Come together, together as one. Breathe in the universal soul. I dissolve the lines of separation. I intermingle with the light. Let love run throughout the nations. Let heart and mind unite. Come together, together as one. Breathe in the universal soul. From the rootless roots into experience. From one we come, to one we go. Absorb the pureness of the Spirit. Let oneness your desire be. The truth is there if you will hear it. The light is there if you will see. Come together, together as one. Breathe in the universal soul. Come together, together as one.
together,
come together,
come together,
come together, come together, come together,
come together,
come together,
come together,
come together, come together.
Wow. Thank you. Oh, you brought us together for sure. Oh, well, today I'm going to be talking about oneness and polarity. And years ago, I heard that if you come across a paradox where two seeming things that don't seem to go together actually do, you've touched the hem of the divine. So, oneness and polarity, they're not separate. They're part of a divine whole. And to realize that is to give yourself two different wings. We talk about having the wings of the power of thought and then the wing of surrender. So you've got action and release. Everything in the realm of spirit has energies that are polarities. This morning's Lenten guide, each day is letting go of something. Today's is letting go of fear. Can you imagine how different your life would be if you really genuinely let go of fear? I find in my life it's a conscious choice all along the way. I can wake up at 2 in the morning and be in fear, and I can either stay there and get more and more distressed and still accomplish nothing, or I can surrender it in prayer and just ask for whatever help it is that I need at that moment. So the antidote to fear is traditionally faith. They say that faith is fear that has said its prayers. And it's the courage of our divine nature expressing and being embodied outwards in the choices we make in our lives. In the reading this morning, the example they gave is one of my favorites, which is the disciples are in a boat with Jesus out on the water, and there's this huge storm, and they are sure they're going to die. They're getting more and more and more scared. The waves are getting bigger. The wind is getting stronger. And they turn around and they go look for Jesus, and he's sound asleep in the back of the boat. And they wake him up. And they say, wake up, wake up. We're going to die here. You got to wake up. And basically he looks at them and says, no, you guys need to wake up. He says, oh, you of little faith, why are you afraid? And he calms the storm. We have that Christ spirit within us. When we encounter storms, which we do and we will, we can remember that there's a Christ consciousness at the core of our being, at the center of that circle of our lives that is ever there and says, rest in me, all shall be well. Even when it's not unfolding the way you want it to. Therein lies the spiritual challenge for all of us. The other thing that she included is when one of the disciples starts to go walk on the water. In another story, Jesus is walking across the water to them in the boat, mastering the element. And so one of the disciples gets out of the boat and says, oh, I'm going to walk out to you. And he starts to walk, but the minute he realizes he's on the water instead of in the boat, he starts to sink. Jesus takes his hands and, oh, you of little faith, and brings him back up. And I think, I love that story because it's Jesus saying that have the faith to step out on the water, on the uncertain, on the unseen, into the mystery. But if you step out and you find that that faith is going down and the fear is getting big, I will meet you in that place. I'm not going to leave you there alone or cross my arms and go, you should be doing better than that. Walk on the water. What does he do? No, he's like the father of the prodigal son. He meets him there and raises him back up. I don't know about you all, but that really brings me comfort. To know that when I'm trying to walk this spiritual path, if I falter, rather than being judged, I'm met and loved right where I'm faltering. Isn't that great to know? Because what a soul journey this world is. I believe that we have a spiritual center, that sacred place of the Most High that Emily Cady writes about. And it's at the center of our being. And it's not by accident that that's the place where the peace that all passes all understanding and our sense of oneness with all of life abides. It's when we get out and that circle grows out to the periphery of our lives and we have dualities, seeming opposites, that I now call polarities. And I love it. Jack Angelo in his book speaks of polarities, because they're not separate, they're part of a continuum of creative energy. This morning, on that creative continuum of time, we all changed it by an hour. A conscious choice of changing the outer appearance of what time is it. As a kid, I remember looking at my dad and he said, we got to change our clocks. And I said, oh, that means that time doesn't really exist. I was a rather interesting child. My dad, being a very logical man, went, well, of course it exists, but we just decided to change it. And I'm like, okay, so it's still all perspective. Even now, I would say it's still all perspective. And so we have this sense of oneness, and yet we're each individual sparks of the divine. No two of us are alike. Our souls have each done individual journeys, and we get to choose paths along the way, but most of all, we get to interpret what does it mean. And can I find the presence of the divine right in what I'm experiencing? Boy, did I get the lab to go with that this year. And one of the stories that I've always loved for that sense of what oneness is, I believe we all emerge through the matrix of the divine creation, and that we go back through that same portal back to that matrix of divine creation when we release. But I also believe that we do it as unique emanations of the divine. And so as we move forward, we carry the experiences, the things we've learned, the gifts we've given, the gifts we've received. And the best example I ever heard of that, I read in a book years ago. And for us to really get the oneness of the divine, we're like fish swimming in the ocean. And if somebody says, what is the ocean? The fish knows nothing else. It's its entire created realm is the ocean. And the uniqueness and the oneness is expressed in that each drop of ocean water, it's not the totality of the ocean, but it holds the totality of the ocean. Each of us come from the divine. We're not the totality of the divine, but we hold that divine essence within us. It's who and what we truly are. So we get to be diverse and unique, which makes it a little harder for us to sometimes see the oneness. I don't know if you've been watching the news on the political scene the last week. Oneness is a little harder to come by. In fact, this morning I saw somebody interviewed and they said it's time for us to stop doing daylight savings time back and forth. And like 17 states, Washington included, have already voted to keep it the way it is right now and keep it in place and not change the calendar in the fall. Well, it can't be changed except by the federal government. And so they said, do you think we can do this? Everybody wants to leave it alone now. And this guy said, he said, I would think so because everybody I talk to wants us to leave it this way. However, I don't think around here we can all agree on anything, even that. That difference, that separation, we actually have far more in common than we have different. Even at a genetic level, most of our DNA is the same. It's just a few little tweaks that make our physical forms look different. The physical form that our soul chooses to drop into said, yep, this is the vehicle I'm picking for this lifetime. And so we're all unique. And so it's like walking into a garden. Have you ever been like Bouchard Gardens? The first time we went there, we were just blown away. And the flowers are all so beautiful. And one minute I think, oh, this is the prettiest. Oh no, that one. They're all beautiful, all different. And so it's recognizing the beauty in each kind of flower. And we're that diverse as well. On one of the morning shows a few years back, I saw a scientist who studies snowflakes. Who'd have thunk that that was a specialty? And he captures snowflakes on frozen pieces of glass, puts them under this hyper microscope, and no two of them are alike. Even though they look the same when they land on your hand, there is an infinite variety even within snowflakes. Don't you love that? They were just beautiful. Emoto did some wonderful work about 20 years ago around water and magnifying water under this super duper microscope, and how when water is prayed over, it clears. He took even the cloudiest, most horrible polluted water off of a lake, looked at it, and when people sent anger toward it, judgment toward it, it got worse. When they sent blessings and prayers and love toward it, it cleared and became ordered again. We're predominantly water. Our whole world is predominantly water. And so the thing that I loved about that is it reminded me that even at a deep cellular level, the choices we make, the consciousness we're living in, is part of what we're experiencing and what we're creating. And I love the idea of it all being held in a circle. I've always loved centering prayer, where your center, where you go to pray, is where you hold that divine light, but you also then allow it to radiate out to even the farthest circumference of the circle. Equally divine. When I was asked to explain to my 5-year-old niece many years ago why there are so many different kinds of religions, I said, I believe the divine dances in the center of life, and out of that there are spokes and rays that are the different religions. You might be Jewish, you might be Hindu, you might be Muslim, you might be Christian, and some people go all the way out to the very edge of the circumference where that's the only thing they can see. And that's wonderful for them. That's what meets them on their soul journey. I said, some of us, like your wild and crazy Auntie Pam, dance more in the center of the circle, where I see the beauty between all of the different paths, the beauty of their prayers, the oneness of their prayers, the things that are more in common rather than at the farthest periphery, the most different. I said, that's why I can honor the prayers of your dad, who is Muslim, your mother, who's Baha'i, me, metaphysical Christian, all dancing in that center place. Centering prayer helps bring you to that place where you can accept all of the different things that happen in life out on the periphery and find a place of balance. It's not by accident that it's in the center and not way out on the edge. It would be tippy if it was. Remember playing on the seesaw when you were a kid? And trying to find that balance and hope the other person didn't jump off suddenly? That's us looking at our lives, looking at the dualities and the polarities, but hopefully maintaining a center through which we seek to balance what we're experiencing. Black Elk, who was a holy man from the Oglala Sioux, whose writings I've always loved, says this: everything the power of the world that's done is done in a circle. The sky is round, and I have heard that the earth is round like a ball, and so are all the stars. The wind in its greatest power whirls. Birds make their nests in circles, for theirs is the same religion as ours. The sun comes forth and goes down again in a circle. The moon does the same, and both are round. Even the seasons form a great circle with their changing, always coming back again to where they were. Isn't that beautiful? The circle of life, the famous song from The Lion King. That circle that holds everything. A circle has no beginning and no end. It's unbroken. It represents wholeness, and it represents oneness. That's why it's used in wedding ceremonies and in ceremonies of spiritual experiences. The circle is there. It reminds us that we're held in an interconnected meaning and power of life. Now, what's interesting is if you take a circle and you add the dimension of depth and height, you start getting a spiral. Spiral energy going up, spiral energy going down. In the East, they speak of Kundalini, that's life energy that starts at the base of your spine and spirals up all through every level of your being, out the top of your head to the divine. We're going to be looking at those chakras this year as we move through this experiencing divine presence in our embodied forms in a spiritual and loving way. Many times people come to me and they say, oh, here I am again. I thought I'd figured this out, and the same problem shown back up again in my life. Most of us have one or two core soul issues that we play with and grow throughout our lives. And the thing that I remind people is, okay, you're coming back for me to perfectionism, but you've evolved since the last time you dealt with this. Look at it differently from this new perspective. Quantum physics opens up that spiral energy up and down. Our DNA is a spiral. So spiral energy is what helps us evolve and grow upwards, but also be embodied and be present in our lives as ourselves. Divine humanity, united as one. Our oneness and our diversity, both celebrated and honored. In the Hopi tradition, it is said that the Creator, Teoiwa, made the world that rotates around a central axis in a great circle. As people evolve, progressive spirals of life are made, and that will eventually unite heaven and earth. The same message of the Kabbalah, the Jewish tradition, the same message of the Cathars, the spiritual tradition from the 12th century that's the Church of Amor. And so it is said that we are standing now at the turning of the next Hopi cycle of life, the next spiral. And so we are called to let our consciousness circle upward in union with the divine, honoring all of creation and deepening our connections to one another. We live in an exciting, not only time of circle, but of spiral energy that's helping us as we evolve. In Love Has Seven Colors, one of the books that we're playing with this year, Jack Angelo talks about how the physical level has a dual nature. We come into this realm of duality, and they seem opposite. And our soul journey is to play with these. They're not here to curse us. We're here in this realm to find a way to see and behold and honor the divine in everything. That's our real assignment here, is to love and to find the divine in everything and everyone. These polarities actually serve us and help us learn and grow. He says the poles of opposites are actually a relative feature of a single continuum. For example, light and darkness are aspects of life. Hot and cold are aspects of temperature. Female and male are aspects of gender. Even our very life force, as we inhale and exhale, it's all breath. And as we breathe, the world around us is breathing for and with us. The trees breathe what we need, and we breathe what the trees need. It's all that same continuum. Giving and receiving are all about feeling the divine flow of life energy. And so part of what we're meant to do here is to grow and realize that those seeming dualities, opposites, are actually polarities of the same energy stream, and that it's all divine. The darkness can be a place of fear, or it can be a place of the unknown, the womb, the tomb, the place of new possibilities, the gentle place to lay into and to sleep. The day, the light, can be enlightenment, illumination. It can warm us, comfort us. It can also, if you've ever lived in Texas, be way too much with heat. But it's not good and bad, it's energy of creation. He says this: when we understand and develop a relationship with the dualities, we realize that they actually reveal the spiritual vastness of creation. I love that. The vastness of creation. At the beginning of the Hebrew Scriptures, everything that's created is good. It's not, well, I like this. I like giraffes, but I don't like hippopotamuses. It's all good. It's all good. To see these dualities as simply a series of opposites or antagonistic opposites is a tragic misunderstanding. Our progress toward healing and wholeness is therefore to move forward from past crises to trusting the guidance of the soul, the feminine form of enlightenment, reconnection to the oneness. So in the gifts of polarities, we find the oneness, and in the gift of oneness, we find the beauty of polarities. Doesn't the world then become a more beautiful, sacred, amazing place than when you saw it as outer is different than inner? My divine self is sacred, but my everyday self is a sinner. That's not what nature says. It's not what the spiritual masters say. It's about being centered enough that you can look at those polarities from a place of a little bit more balance. There are moments we go out to that edge. In January, in the middle of the night, I remember that well. And I could stay there, or I could do my best to come to center and then go, okay, this is what's happening now, and I want to honor that. I don't want to deny it, but I want to deny its power over taking away my connection to the divine. A Course of Love is the other book that we're going to be working with at depth this year and probably well into next year. It's an amazingly rich source of material that is in complete alignment with unity, the way I believe unity is, and with the Church of Amour. And in this, they speak of how the error thinking comes when you think your body is who you are, and you start glorifying the body and the outer appearances of things, rather than recognizing that this is a soul journey, and you can look at it from a place of center where you can find more balance. You can see, what am I learning here? What is this an opportunity for me to give or to receive? Every moment has that holy opportunity to be present with life exactly as it is. I remember I always loved when my mother would say during a difficult time, "This too shall pass." What I realized as I got older is when I had really happy moments where it was going the way I thought it should, this too shall pass. It's both. Those are the polarities. Those experiences will pass, but the soul growth that you achieve, that spiraling of consciousness into a higher viewpoint of your outer life, is what will change not only you forever, but will help change our world forever as well. In the Course of Love, it says this: while the world was created with love, as all of creation was, it was also created to provide the desired experience. We came here to experience this, to grow and to learn that dualities are actually polarities, and we can embrace it all and find the divine in everything. This desired experience, this focus on your body as who you are, is how fear was born. For a separate self is a fearful self by its very nature. A separate self is a fearful self by its very nature. How could it not be? But for you who have grown weary of this experience, rejoice. For you can choose a new experience. Our Hopi spiral that we're dancing in now. Your free will has not been taken from you, nor has the power of creation abandoned you. Within creation's own laws does the solution rest. The solution lies in transformation, and that is why you are still needed here. We seek unification that begins with mind and heart, and that yearns for union with all. So the magic and the mystery of oneness and polarity, that is our transformational portal. It's what we're called to do right now, to play with all of this. See your soul center as your place of peace, and the circumference of your life, all of the experiences that you're having, and the divine presence equally lighting from the farthest corner to the deepest place. Black Elk. I'd like to close with one more piece from Black Elk. It's one of my favorites. I was seeing in a sacred manner the shapes of all things in spirit and the shape of all shapes as they must live together as one being. And I saw that the sacred hoop of my people was one of many hoops that made one great circle, as wide as daylight and as starlight, and in the center there grew one mighty flowering tree to shelter all of the children of the one mother and the one father. And I saw that it was holy. Let us pray. And I saw that it was holy. Oh, let us release judgment by outer appearances and embrace the grace that allows our souls to seek, to experience, to live, to dance, to cry, to laugh, to embrace the amazing diversity and wonder of this created world, while at the same moment feeling all of it as holy and divine in an order that can bring nothing but awe and wonder, peace and joy. May this moment renew and restore the magic and the mystery of your sense of oneness and of how polarity is transforming you, that you might be a part of that great flowering tree that shelters all the children of the one mother and one father. Let us be one. Let us honor that diversity. And may we always remember that it is all holy. It is all holy. It is all holy. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well, shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well, shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well, shall be well. And so it is. And now a wonderful song that I absolutely love. We are one in the spirit. We used to sing this at ministerial school to help wake us up after we'd all been working on papers until 2 in the morning the night before. So a cup of coffee and we are one. Help wake us up. I invite you to stand, and I can't sit for this one either.
Yeah. This may be a little bit different version than you're used to.
Oh, okay.
So, but it repeats. So
That's the creative realm.
there we go.
We did a spiral.
Away, 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 away. We are one with the Spirit. We are one with this world. We are one in the Spirit. Everybody.
like a Hopi chant with the drum and everything. I love it. Please be seated.
Beautiful message, and what a great feeling to feel connected and whole and full of light and love. What a great place to come together. Thank you so much. We'll now take our offering, as we do each week, and say together our blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful.
So blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
I didn't dare negotiate those stairs. That's wisdom. Oh, sweet, sweet Spirit. We are so grateful for these gifts lovingly and willingly given in support of this spiritual family and our calling to be present in the world as life, as love, as grace. Each of these gifts has been given by choice, releasing fear and opening in faith to the sharing of blessings, knowing that as we give, so we shall receive, because that is the divine flow of the oneness that blesses each and every one. For these love offerings, for those who have given, for those who will receive the benefits of what we create together, we are so grateful, and we say simply, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Yes. Great. Thank you. There we go.
Announcements. Big week. Big week because we've got the garage sale coming this weekend. All hands on deck Thursday. We could use your help as we set up the sale. Most things are priced. We've had a dedicated group of folks working. It has been pure chaos. No, it's been organized. Yeah, it has been beautiful, and it's always that chance when we get to work together and appreciate one another and reinforce our connections and our love and support for this amazing spiritual home. Ida has been holding the high watch today, She will be available for personal prayer at the end of service, or you can put your prayers in our prayer box. They will be prayed over and then sent on to Silent Unity, where they'll be embedded into the walls and prayed over even more. Today, Helma was supposed to be a prayer chaplain as well. She experienced some dizzy spells, so we want to make sure to send her some good, loving energy as she comes back to her strength. Monday, you have an opportunity to come to a kirtan. I encourage it. Tuesday, Rhonda will be doing her grief group gathering. It's at 1 p.m. in the Hearth Room. And March 17th, Sunday, right after the garage sale is all finished up and we've put our feet up and patted ourselves on the back for all that hard work, we're going to have our annual meeting. I want to encourage you to come. A church is everyone. It's not just a few people, it's all of us. All of us matter and can have a say in how we want things to be. Let's vision together our beautiful spiritual home. So that'll be after service. We're going to make it a little more festive and include a St. Patrick's Day potluck. Yes, and maybe we'll find that pot of gold. Yes. So with that said, I have my announcements done. Juanice has something she'd like to add.
Regarding the garage sale,
Come on the mic so they can hear you on Zoom. Well, Zoom won't hear you.
Is on? Is it on? There we are. Hello, Zoomers. Now you can hear me. Just remember that this Tuesday, preferably in the morning, will be your last chance to bring your most precious and marvelous, clean and in good working order goodies for our garage sale. We will be receiving them Tuesday, last day, last chance. Clean out your closets. Thank you.
Clara?
Just a reminder, Easter singers right here at 2 o'clock today. Ready to 2 o'clock today.
Say that again for the Zoom folks.
Easter singers are going to meet here at 2 o'clock today. So if you're here now, you can have a little lunch chat, visit, be back here at 2.
Great. Now, let's embody that circle and stand in a circle together. Gather round.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Yes, we walk with each other
light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Blessed and blessing. Woo! I love this bowl. It just goes on and on and on. Okay, I'm going to hold you.
Build me a body from tree and bone, from metal and stone, so I can rest. Craft me a safe ship from your own hand, with your full heart, your love and care. With your full heart, your love and care.